The car was loaded, ready to go, and then some inconsiderate person goes and buys things from me. Bulk lot Nirvana DVDs. Don't you love bulk lots? They just go nice and quick. So I'm going to wrap this up, send it away, and then we're going to hit some op shops up. So I just did 4. There's 4 right near each other. A Wazzles, a Vinnie's, a Bargain Browser and a Salvos. The Bargain Browser is generally the only good one. And that's because everything's so cheap. Everything's always cheap. And that's the only place I actually bought stuff again. Everywhere else just didn't even have anything. So now I'm going to do one that I only did it last week. Just when I bought a few things in last week's video. So I wouldn't say there was nothing fantastic in there. Got some ink cartridges, so they always sell. If you've watched any other YouTubers, they'll tell you get ink cartridges. Even expired ones are all good. I'm not going to get right into it because there's that many people that have said about it. No doubt if you're watching me right now, you've seen all their videos. So I picked some of them up, and I don't even know if they're in date. I haven't looked yet, but I've sold them regularly. They are the titties if you get them cheap enough. So that was it. But there's a bit of profit out of that one. So now I'm going to do a few more because I'm over this way and I've got to fill in a couple of hours before I have an appointment today. So I'm going to try and get hardcore into these op shops up here and hopefully go home with a shitload of stuff. A week later, all the fans are going, eh? Sun's out, it's not as hot. Old mate here just going to town on the mathematics. There you go. I got one item. Well, technically 2. It was a pair of shoes. And it was a bread and butter thing because it was a pair of footy boots. Something I get a lot of. So they weren't in the best of nick. But I'm going to do another little video and show people how I tidy up footy boots. Some you can, some you can't. You can't completely polish a turd, but you can make it look fucking less hairy and gnarly. So I'm going to show you that. Now I'm kind of out of spots to go to, so I'm going to go all the way over the other side of town. There's one up there, have a poke around in there, and then that'll be me done for the day. So we'll see how that treats me. time to kick open a Froffie and have a look what we got. Before I get started, I'm just going to say thank you so much to all 30 subscribers that I now have, or 30 over. So I'm over 30 now. I very much appreciate it. Now, what I want to do, every haul video, as you might have picked up, I don't mind having the odd Froffie here and there. I don't have a problem. It's only a problem when you actually have to seek help for it. So I'm all good in that sense. But what I want to do, I want to find out what you all drink. If you like an alcoholic beverage, doesn't have to just be beer, it can be whatever. List it in the comments below, send me a message on Instagram, send me an inbox, whatever you want to do, and I'll do some taste testing there throughout my whole videos, and I'll let you know what I think of the beer that you like, or rum, or whiskey, whatever. I'm happy to try any of it, so let me know what you like, and I'll test it out in my next video. So, I have a bunch of stuff here. Combining some video footage from Saturday's garage sales, as mentioned. I'm going to quickly punch out some of that stuff that I got. First of all, a bunch of basketball cards. Yet to fully go through them. They're from the 90s. Don't know heaps about it. Don't think they're worth heaps. There's Shaq. There's a Shaq there. There's heaps of Shaq rookies and Team USA's, Dominic Wilkins, Karl Malone, all that. No Jordan, I don't think. I haven't seen any. I've only quickly gone through it. But I got it for $5, so to me that's pretty cheap. Pretty new to it. Used to collect them when I was younger, but I'm going to flog that off. Bought a fish finder, pretty old, not worth much at all, but that was only $5, so I got it anyway. I'll probably throw that out locally for about $20 because I've later found, yeah, no, that's crap. Thought there was an Xbox. There was a crate that was full of bags and had a big white and grey box. He wanted $2, so I got it. It was this thing. I was very disappointed when I found out it wasn't an Xbox. But it turns out it could be even better because all the bags are full of, I'll show you, there's one here. Phones, all different sorts, some with the cords and all that crap. There's heaps of them, shitloads. And they all connect up to it. It's come out of an office. And I had a look, this box alone, if it works, can sell for up to $100. And I've paid $2 for all of it. A couple other comps, the whole lot sold for $300 with all the phones. So I am stoked with that. That was only $2 I paid for all of that. I just got to work out how to test it and market it and all that crap, and then find someone that'd actually buy it. But I'll probably actually put that fairly cheap compared to other people because I don't want that shit sitting around. Something I always do the night before a garage sale is scour Marketplace, Facebook, buy, swap and sell groups and all that, just to check out listings, people advertising their garage sales, just in case there's some that aren't in the local classifieds. You also get to check out the photos, get a brief look at what there is and work out where you're going first. I spotted these in one of the photos and I always ask if I can get there early and can't get to the garage sale, I tell them. But these were there and they were $5 each. Couldn't get there early but I ended up getting them. So they are in mint condition and they are probably going to sell for hopefully 30 plus. Probably 30 to 35, I reckon. A lot of them are listed around the $50 mark, so I'll probably go a fair bit below them and just try and get rid of them because they're cool as shit. So I was stoked to pick them up in the garage sale. It was awesome. So I'm not going to list in order where I went because I can't remember. But I got some cool shit. First things first, footy boots. Got 2 pairs of footy boots. I got these. They're Spaldings and they're kids. Don't usually do that, but they are in pretty much unused condition. And this shop that I was at was half price day and they had $2 on them, which means they were $1. They're only going to sell for $15, $20. Do not spend, if Spalding, don't, and especially kid stuff, generally I will not buy it. This might sit there for a bit. This is something I'm probably not gonna promote too much, but for their price I can sell them for 15, 20 bucks. So they probably won't sell till next footy season when someone's looking for their kid. They're size 4 or something. I mean, it's not a bad size for a young guy, young under 13 player. So they were pretty cool. It was from a different shop. Actually, it was from the church. I got some Adidas ones. They aren't bad ones. They're a bit older and they are dirty as shit, but they were $4. They will clean up. I'm going to do a video on how to clean footy boots because it's fucking easy. They're not too bad on the inside. That's where I look mostly, the inside. If they're all smacked up, people don't want them. So the outside you can clean. There's bits of like paint and shit come off it, but I don't care. I'll clean them up. And they'll probably, these ones, because they are a bit worn, they aren't going to go for as much as normal. But $4, probably into 25, 30, maybe 40. I'm going to list 40 and see what I get offered. So they're a bit older, but they're still good footy boots to get. Adidas is awesome. Onto a bit of clothing. Chicago NHL zip up. So Reebok, it is in shit hot nick. 3XL. I got this from a shop where I got other 3XL stuff. It must be from the same guy because one of them's another zip up. I haven't sold it yet. Same team, Chicago. That's sitting in the cupboard waiting to go. There was also the, which I mentioned in the last video, the 3 NRL jerseys. So must have come from the same guy. He's either dropped dead or he's given up or he's lost shitloads of weight because this is in shit hot condition. Play dry, Reebok. I don't know exact price, but that's going to be 60, 70 bucks easy on that. So I'm stoked I found that. I'm going to keep looking for his stuff in that shop because it sells quick. Another one is a Dunlop Sport. I haven't bought Dunlop ever, but sports shirts sell awesome. I've sold heaps, Nike, Adidas, all that stuff, especially golf shirts. I've got some there. That one's a sports shirt, Dunlop. I only had to pay, that was at one of the half price shops, and I think it's got $2 on it. So I think I only paid $1 for that, and that is very, very good because someone will buy that. That'll go to a golfer or a tennis player or something. So that's a good one. The other one was a Wazzles pickup. I hate Wazzles, but I got this one from the first Wazzles, and it's a golf shirt. It is in perfect condition, Nike Golf. This will sell quick, like real quick. I paid $6 for it. That is generally probably too much for a t-shirt in my liking usually, but just the condition of this, I'm telling you, you get sports shirts in good nick, golf shirts, tennis shirts, shit like that. If you're not onto that stuff yet, get onto it because I'm selling these probably more frequently than most things. Most other things I sell, they just go really quick. You'll get watches on it straight away if you don't sell it. So that's a pisser of a one to get. Another Nike one. It's an NFL. I'm gonna have to double check who that team is. It's in mint condition. $7. That was half price, so it ended up being $3.50. And it's a hyper cool Nike dry fit, all that sort of stuff. It's another sports shirt, but even any of these, the golf and the tennis, yes, it's a completely different field when you're looking at the NFL stuff. It's more the supporters that are going for this shit. Even that's just a good running shirt for someone, or just a general. If you're into your NFL, that's a ripper. It's a large too, which it should go pretty quick. I don't know what it's worth, but it's definitely worth more than the $3.50 I paid for it. I'll definitely get over 25 bucks at least. That's the lowest I'm going to get for that. Some of this stuff can go a lot higher, especially in the condition that's in. So pick that shit up. Now this thing, Minolta camera. Now I know absolutely jack shit about cameras. I've bought them and I've sold them, but I just take a punt. This thing was 15 bucks. It is in good nick, and it's an old one. If I can get it out, childproof. I've seen a lot for sale for just some random ass prices on these ones. I've got to work out how it works, if it works. If you know anything about them, please let me know, because I'm really interested in this, because I've seen one that looks exactly the same and described exactly the same, sold for $350 just recently. But then there's other ones listed for cheaper. The one made note that it was made in Japan. This has Japan written on it. I don't know. It's might not be worth anything. I spent $15, so I'm hoping it's worth more than the $15 that I spent. But some other stuff, 50 cents, looked old, thought it could be good. Yeah, I might get $5 to $10 for it. No good. Same with this bad boy. Half price day, that was $1. I was a Beanie Kid. I know nothing about Beanie Kids. Yeah, it turns out they're not really worth shit. So he's yeah, he's all fucked up, this looking thing. So they might get me a couple of dollars, but hardly worth my time. Something that was worth my time, ink cartridges, come in a pack for $8. They will sell. I've sold them before. Spoke about them. That's not a problem. I also bought this to keep. Not for me. It's a Wiggles clock. I don't even think it'd be worth money. My son is obsessed with the Wiggles. Not so much the old Wiggles, the new ones with the bitch wiggle in it. He loves them. And he has this weird fascination for clocks. He's only 15 months, so he can keep that. I can put it on the wall and he can't chew on it, because some other feral kid probably has. It's a bit grotty at the minute. So I'll clean that up and he can have it. You know I love my AFL stuff. And since this bad boy was $5.50, I just grabbed it. It's North Melbourne. I hate the bastards stealing Sean Higgins on the doggies. Bloody hell. But anyway, we're laughing. We got the premiership. He didn't. It's an official AFL one. It's a bit older, so it's not worth heaps of money. But I will sell that for probably $25-30. These jackets are pretty popular. North Melbourne people are a bit weird, so they'd be happy enough with it. But for $5.50, it is in good condition. That's a pretty good buy though. That was the first thing I got for the day. Two quick things. Guinness Book of Records from '77. Knew nothing about it. Was 50 cents. Thought I'll just give it a go. You know, you just don't know with these things. It's barely sold, but there was one copy that sold for about $30. So who knows? It's going to sit there for a long time. That sort of shit always does. But I'm going to list it at probably $20, and someone might want it. You just don't know. You don't know what people are chasing. Another one. It was $2 for this folder. Footy Stars 2019. I had a quick flick. I sell footy cards and I collect footy cards. The album alone is worth about $20. I'm going to keep it for my own. Then there was some cards in there from various years. Some cards are going for tons of money. Like if you get the Brownlow Predictor cards, if you can get good players in them, they are worth heaps, especially the year they come out. This year, some of Nat Fyfe's ones were going for $300. Prior to him winning the Brownlow, like Paddy Cripps, Paddy Dangerfield, them big guys, if you get onto their Brownlow Platinum Predictors, even more. Like, it's crazy what people will pay. So I got into that. I was flipping a lot of footy cards. I'd buy a pack every time I got fuel. If I got lucky, I'd get rid of the expensive ones, or just there's some semi-expensive ones that'll probably pay for your habit even. And anything Bulldogs I kept because I love me doggies. So yeah, have a look at footy cards. The Footy Stars are the ones where the money's at. Team coach is shit. Like, people don't pay a lot of money for team coach stuff, but Footy Stars, there's stuff in there. Obviously these guys collect and probably knew what they had, but there's not much in there. There's nothing worth anything. I'll probably just bulk them up and piss them off for a couple of bucks. But from the salvos, couple of bits and pieces. I got a couple more wrestling DVDs. I'm not promoting to get wrestling DVDs because I'm pretty not there with it. I'm just getting these lately. I've been picking them up because, as I've said, I like doing bulk lots. I've done music, I've done comedians, I've done a few different ones. I'm testing wrestling now because wrestling's really popular. So I thought I'm going to get a heap of wrestling DVDs, bulk them up and see if I can make some money on them. I'm not spending any more than $1 per DVD, so they were $1 each. One was $1. That one was 50 cents. So that's just a tester for me, and I'll let you all know how it goes. Guitar Hero 3, I picked that up because That's upside down. I just recently, as you would have seen in my Geelong haul, picked up a Guitar Hero 2 and a guitar. I'm going to put that with them, and hopefully it gets me a bit more money. While I was in the same place, I don't know what these are worth. I'm hoping a little bit. If they're not, I don't care, because Michael Jordan, Airtime, VHS, sure I can get a couple of bucks. Jordan's awesome. Everyone loves Jordan. I can't even open it. It's cooked. The other one was a wrestling one. Another wrestling VHS. I think some of them go alright. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I haven't even looked it up. But I know I'll sell it. WF old school. So a bag of VHS. And I have not really paid anything for this. They're from all different places. Basically, I'll flick through them. I only got it because it was sealed and it was 50 cents, and it's got 2 movies in it. Still sealed together, exclusive to Kmart. Probably not worth nothing. Steven Seagal, Under Siege 1 and 2. A couple more footy ones. Got some footy last week. It's not something that's going to move real fast, but it's a double pack. Centenary double pack. And then the classic football triple pack. So guess what? They all go together. And maybe, just maybe, someone will buy them. That's the hope with them. But if they don't, love me footy. I can keep it. There's... Oh, I forgot I even bought that. I remembered this game, Revolt. And I paid $2 for it. I had no clue. Turns out, yeah, revolting. But I'm going to have a play of it and see if it was as good as I remember. Could have been shizen. And all these were 10 cents each. They were getting rid of them. I've already had that before, but I've got it again. Good thing with this one, too, way to promote it, it doesn't really add as much value. But I know with this one, it has the reversible cover, which is awesome. And the way I've sold that in the past is to promote that, and then people just think that's something cool, but essentially it's really only probably a $10, $15 VHS, if that. But it's still cool to cover on the American Psycho, but I've done that one probably 2 or 3 times now, so I know that'll go quick. Probably not worth much, a little mermaid clamshell, but it was... yeah, in with the lot, so 10 cents, I'm just going to get it. With this sort of stuff, as I mentioned, I don't bother doing comps for 10 cent VHS, so I just grab it and then I check later, and if it's not worth anything and I don't think it's cool to keep, bang, back to the op shop. 10 cents, mate. Like, yeah, I know we're in it to make money, but don't be a tight ass. Like, 50 cents even, like, just have a punt. You don't have to be sitting there on your phone all day because you don't get through them quick enough. So, anyway, back to it. 2 others I got. Super Teds. These exact ones, I don't know what they're worth, but there's something about Super Ted and it just goes fucking fast. I've sold a couple now and I realise that they go quick. They're not expensive. Don't for 1 minute think they're worth heaps. They just go quick. For some reason, collectors love it. I realise this because... As I said, I do bulk lots, and I just had a heap of kids' movies, and I chucked them together, and I put it up, and I had a couple of people ask if I'd just sell Super Ted to them. I thought, nah, that's... the first time I thought it was weird, and then someone else asked, and I thought, people are onto this shit. Anyway, I ended up... One of the people that asked, I said no to, and he ended up buying the whole bulk lot for $30, and I'm assuming it was just for Super Ted. So, I always pick these up now because they go quick, but... we'll see how these go. I'll probably just chuck them together. I'll suss out... I've noticed some are worth more than others, but I'll chuck these 2 bad boys together and see how quick they hang around. A couple more Power Rangers. No idea what it's worth, but it's cool as shit. I grew up on that. A nostalgia thing come out in me. Sometimes that's what happens with these VHS. Don't know the value, but yeah, at the end of the day, it goes back to the op shop if it's no good. I always pick up horror, Silence of the Lambs. I still think something like this isn't actually worth a whole lot, but I'm sure I can get $10 for it. As for the old school Planet of the Apes, this is another one I don't care if that sells or not, because if it's not worth nothing, I just keep that, because I like that shit. not the biggest fan, but I remember watching as a kid. So, and lastly, the last lot I got. Once again, don't know anything if they sell or not. I have one of these and I haven't sold it yet, but Scooby-Doo, there was 4 of them, so there's a bulk lot, and that helps get rid of it quick. Also, $5, there was a box of cassette tapes. There's not much going on. A lot of them are freaking empty, but I just they were 50 cents each. I have the box for $5. I had a look at that one. I can get around like $11 for that. So, you know, there's the money back. There's a heap of Johnny Farnham ones. I can put them together. They're not highly valuable tapes. Nothing worth even getting out, but it'll probably make me a few dollars. So good to have. They're easy to list. Simple as that. Quickly, a couple of things I picked up this week. Well, firstly, I'll show you something I've pissed off. So we're talking footy jumpers. That's a Doug Hawkins signed Wegart jumper. That's not what I usually collect or anything. So I've actually sold that. I paid $70 for that a while ago, and originally wanted to collect with that, but I do my player issues and stuff, so I've actually sold that for $150. 2 that I won't. Well, this one I definitely won't get rid of. For anyone that follows their footy, it's a training shirt from 2017, and it was worn by Toby McLean, Premiership player. I got that from someone that I know. Well, I don't personally know him, but I've bought from him before, and he done me a pretty good deal on that. And that is an Indigenous. So this is like the one that I held up in the other video that was signed by the whole team. I didn't actually have that in a player issued or match worn top. This one's not worn, but it was issued to Josh Pruden, who is now the captain of the reserves. He's not in the senior team anymore, but he's signed that. So I picked up the 2 of those for $120, which is a pretty good deal. I'm definitely keeping McLean. I'll never get rid of McLean. This one I will pass on if I come across another jumper in the same design. So that's what I like to do. If I get an upgrade on player, because he's not a hugely known player, he only played a handful of senior games. If I can find someone else, so any other player that's probably more up the chain, current Premiership players, you know, champions, all that sort of stuff, I'll end up selling this, and I'd end up selling this for probably $150. So, and I've paid $120 for the both. I get to keep one, and I'll get something else out of it. So that's what I bought this week. So once again, thank you so much to everyone that's getting involved and sending me messages, and now I've cracked a few subscribers as well. That's great. It's been fun. The reselling community in Australia is the titties, and I mean, the people doing the videos in the Facebook groups, on Instagram, there's amazing people. Half the shit I'm getting now and half the money I've made, I wouldn't have if it wasn't for some of those people. So keep up the good work, all of you. And if you're not doing it, get amongst it, because everyone's so helpful. No one is an expert, but they have expertise in certain categories, and you can go to them. Like most of these resellers in Australia, you can ask them questions, and they just help you out. And I'd be happy to help. I'm no expert, right? I'll never claim to be an expert in absolutely anything at all, but I will try my best to help. I'll tell you my experiences and what I think, but it doesn't mean it's right. Nobody's right. So get amongst the reselling community. If you're not doing videos, you don't have to do videos. I'm just doing this for myself, just for something different, and see how it goes. But just get amongst it. Ask your questions, because there's no silly questions. If you don't know it, you don't know. It's simple as that. And that's what all these people are. They're just amazing. They look out for one another. So get amongst it. So thanks to everyone. Thanks to all you people. Give me a subscribe and a like if you do like the video. Let me know what I can do to fix it. And remember to drop in the comments or send me a message, a type of alcohol you want me to test, and I'll give you a little quick review before I do my next thrift haul or my next video. So keep up the good work, legends, and have a Froffie for me.